Hello and welcome to another one of my videos. Today I'm showing you how to make this treasure map pop-up card using Ahoy matey and some other lawn farm products. I'm using the largest outside-in stitched rectangle stackables and I'm going to be making a map on it for the front of the card. I will be ink blending the treasure map with some antique linen, brushed corduroy, and I'll be using vintage photo to darken some of the edges even more. I'm covering the entire panel with antique linen, and that way the darker colors will blend more around the edges. I'm leaving the panel to dry, and in the meantime I'm going to stamp all the images I need for the inside of the card. I'm using the little pirates, the treasure chest, the parrot, the diamond and the coins, and I decided in the end of the video to add some more coins and diamonds. I will be coloring everything with my Copic markers, and I'm showing you the cap so you know which marker I'm using. I don't know what happened, but my camera stopped filming at this point, so I'm sorry you won't get to see me color the rest of the images. Now that the front panel is dry, I'll be stamping the images with some crunchy leaf ink from Fawn. I want to draw an island and I'm using my E55 marker for it because that color matches the crunchy leaf ink the most. And that finishes my treasure map. Later in the video you'll see me color the X in a red color. You could of course stamp it with red ink instead of the crunchy leaf ink. When you open the card, I want you to see the two pirates finding the treasure on the beach. For the beach color I'm using ripe banana, and I don't need to cover the entire panel. As you see, I can just cut off a little bit with my stitched hillside border die. They find the treasure near a sort of lake, and I'll be using robin's egg for that. I forgot to mention that I'm using Spiffy speckles, the 12 by 12 pack. As you can see, I'm trimming down the paper a little bit because I won't be needing the entire piece to cover my panel. I'm using the everyday pop-ups to make sure that my pirate and the treasure chest pop up when you open the card. I'm using the one with a fold in the middle because I already folded my paper, and that way it doesn't matter that I folded it already. When you open the card, you might see a little bit of white paper peeking through, and I want to prevent that, so I'm cutting a little strip of the ripe banana paper and I'm going to glue it behind the pop-up part. To liven up the paper, I'm using Salty Ocean Distress Oxide to really give the edges a pop of color. I'll be doing the same with the ripe banana paper, only I'll be using brushed corduroy around the edges. And now it's time to attach everything to the card base. I'll be using liquid glue for the smaller pieces, and for the pop-up panel I'll be using some tape runner. Before I put the last piece on, I'm going to stamp my sentiment, because now there's nothing in the way. Make sure you don't put tape runner on your pop-up folds. I'm using liquid glue to attach everything to my pop-ups. While gluing them, I always make sure that my card can still close without damaging the image. When I was looking at my beach, I decided it was too empty. So I got out my hammock and trees, and it's the first time I'm using it. And I'm going to decorate the beach with some palm trees. And I think it's fitting because on my treasure map there are also a lot of palm trees around the treasure. I'm doing the same trick as earlier, darkening up the edges with some distress oxide. The tree trunks were difficult because the chocolate bar paper from Fawn is already really dark and the distress oxide wouldn't really show. But on the leaves I used mowed lawn and I put it on the Cilantro cardstock, and that worked out fine. I got out some red glitter paper and cut out a piece with my large stitched rectangle stackable. And because the paper is red, I decided to color my X red as well, as I mentioned earlier in this video. Because the wow factor of the card is on the inside, I want my recipient to know that they should look inside. So I'm stamping look inside with some crunchy leaf ink as well. And here is a look at my finished card. As you can see, I added some more coins and diamonds on the beach. I also added some glossy accents to the coins and diamonds to really make them shine. Make sure it is really dry until you close the card again. Thank you for watching, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye!